And Hitman 3, starting with completely big and fancy, tallest building on the world in Dubai. So, because it's a tall building, it might mean that there would be a plenty of opportunities to make gravity do some unpleasant things to a couple of two targets. So let's just start arranging them to say hello to terra firma. Well, here in Dubai, one method of getting a gravity to the job involves wearing a nice uniform
Reporting
and showing up.
About time. Our client has been going out of his mind waiting for you. Do you have the papers?
Yes.
Good. I'll call him now.
How should I address him?
It's classified, so you don't call him anything. But officially, he's just known as codename Pinky.
Well, no, I guess it's just a matter of waiting then. Which tends to happen a lot with many games. You have to set up your situation and
Sir,
wait
this
for
is
it to
security.
launch.
Just call him.
Now, in the high location, very much above the ground, a guy wants to see how well Agent 47 can throw a knife. Which is to say,
Nice throw.
very well.
Look at that. Not bad at all. That was a magnificent performance. I like you. I think we will get along just fine.
You've
Okay,
gained his
I
trust.
think I got the right man now.
What to do
Thank
with
you for
all
your
that
services.
power?
Take the rest of the day off. You
Well, thank you,
deserve it.
Lucas.
Thank you, sir. It was an honor.
And now, well, there's a very suspicious looking
You
ledge.
impressed me. You really did. But let's get to work.
Alright.
You
Gravity
got him, 47.
does the
Marcus
job
Stuyvesant won't
quite
be a problem
well.
anymore.
Oh, that was bad landing.
We're not done yet.
Now, getting to Carl Ingram, the state of being thrown away from existence. They took some crowbarrings to the head, but eventually there's a big nice gap to just kick him over the edge. It's flattened right into the cover.
You need to find an
Yep, tallest
exit.
building
Our
of the
business is
world
done here,
is
but
quite
it's
good
far from
place to
over.
make people fall off. And there would be even more grand ways of making both of them fall to their deaths with tampered parachutes, but I'm not gonna show that method, as funny as it is. Now, Dartmoor is the location to a tried and true closed room murder mystery.
He had to carry some heavy bolt to the top floor. He complained about back
But
pain the entire weekend.
That's not the Agent 47 of course could be solving that thing, but now he is not. Now he's about to just cause a new death and thievery can't be done with gravity, but the death can. So time to just start preparing that one and explain how the process happens, because the game, this stage has gimmick, and the gimmick of this one is in the investigating part. Otherwise it's very, very simple and fast to run through. But let's just prepare for a nice little gravity assisted death. And like here it is, Agent 47 prepared himself to become the Undertaker. Oh, correction, not the Undertaker, only a Undertaker.
Parsons, I don't like to be kept waiting. I trust we can be efficient now I'm here.
Staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay? It's the birds. They're making a
I can be
record
very
everywhere.
efficient,
The Undertaker
Madam
will
Carlyle.
before he'll see Madam Carlyle. He's in a right state.
What's that
So unless you
picture
want
of
to
me
take all the
doing
birds,
here?
I can get
What an awful idea. I want it removed before the ceremony tomorrow.
everyone if I just wait here till
I must say I don't care much for the choice of flowers either. I need a moment to consider what I want.
You know, planning your own funeral is usually stuff reserved for the big political party characters
What's
or
that podium?
artists.
I find that having family members do the eulogy is more often than not a toe-cringing affair. I've never understood the need to publicly display grief. A person died. Most natural thing in the world. No need to make an emotional spectacle of it. I hope you haven't planned for one of those.
No, I prefer to keep it simple.
And the gravestone, granite, solid, no fuss. I like it. Well done, Mr. Parsons, I approve.
Yes, it will mark your grave beautifully.
So, to sum up, I expect you to remove my picture from the memorial. That was an absolutely horrendous idea. Very unfit for these historical surroundings. This is my ancestral...
Well, and like this, it'll go to the grave. First with a gravity-assisted delivery, and then gravity-assisted falling or filling it up. And like that,
I couldn't see anything out here.
gravity did double the job to handle Alexa Carlyle. And that was it from this stage. Well, here it is, Germany, former East Germany, Berlin, and Age of 47 is about to enter rave, but there's about 10 vicious agents all around the former nuclear power plant, which is now the big party club, and they all want him dead. So Age of 47 wants them dead, enough of them dead. So. And they all wander around in different locations, so it's time to start making the use of gravity to cause some mayhem to them. And how it goes. Now, in Berlin, there's a big crane with holding a big chunk of cement. It looks like when somebody happens to tamper big crane holding a huge chunk of cement and drops it away down.
Report, are you there?
It weighs several tons and hits somebody over the head. That's a quite much death.
He's sharp, so be sharper.
Now, again in Berlin, there's another location to kind of haul away. Take a guy, find the agent, throw him up. Lure him inside to the room, knock him unconscious, drag him all the way to this quite nicely secluded location. And there's this little ditch full of unpleasant stuff and kick him in. It was not the fall, but the landing site which did the job in here, which counts as gravity.
Agent Swan.
Now, there is another agent around the location who gets very sick from bad pizza, so he could be drowned to his own puke, but that wouldn't be fun. It would be proper for this. So let's just give him a bit whack on the head with a piece of pipe. And of course steal all his stuff. It might give quite a big flight to him. And then it's a bit more starting to and then it takes a bit more dragging around to get him to a proper drop-off place. After some slight reconnaissance work, there's a nice little side of the stairs up here, which, well, leads to unpleasant landing. Now, using cash money as lure, it's possible to get another one of these sets of the agents to come to the same secluded location and drag him, of course, also outside from the same stairwell and throw him off the edge as well, but from different locations, so it looks secluded and separate.
Are you there, Agent Rhodes? Report.
There's one agent on the roof lurking about, so let's just see what might happen if... Hey, hello there.
Green! Agent Green, are you still there?
Oh my god!
Another one. That's it, I'm pulling the plug. Get out of there, now.
Yep, that's it. 5 agents handled with a gravity, and there would be many... There would be other targets as well, ways to also get them... make them fall as well, but that was 5 targets fallen. It's fun. Gravity is a real harsh mistress to get closely acquainted with.
Have you seen a girl around? Short hair with a bright green bag?
Sorry.
Shit. She said she'd meet me here.
She's probably running late.
Yeah. She used to be really reliable though. When we were in school, she was my rock. She always let me copy her notes. She would never have kept me waiting like this. Sometimes it feels like she's changed.
People change.
It's stupid, but I'm kind of scared she's outgrowing me. Like maybe she's changing, but I'm just staying the same. I'm just, I don't know, dead weight.
She agreed to meet you in the middle of the night, in the rain. No one does that if they don't care.
I guess that's true. Oh, I feel like kind of an asshole for asking her out now. She's probably ruining her shoes in this weather, just so we can get drinks.
Maybe you can pick up the tab.
That's a good idea.
For emotionally stunted assassin, Agent 47 was able to give up some really good, actually quite solid advice. But that is giving good advice with fluent Chinese, I think it's Cantonese in Chongqing, is not the reason here. Reason is to make 2 people say hello, dislike gravity. Now, of the 2 guys, let's say 2 targets around here, the first one is a mad scientist called Hush. Why? I don't know. But he's from the North Korea version of Hitman world. So, tampering with some of the satellite systems should make him come into the location real fast and angry.
That's him. Hush the bastard. Wow. He looks a lot older.
Well, it takes several minutes for him to arrive, but once he arrives, it's time to bodyguard to take the hammer, and so does he. With some broken bits in his face, concussion, but Hush doesn't. He decided...
Hush. Now go get Imogen Royce and we can get to the core.
Yep, and now it's time to go and find the other target, which is takes a bit more skulking about. Now, getting to the facility demands some making the ICA board member suffer a acute case of bad travel sickness from eating local food.
You have to stop.
Even though guy who's traveling a lot most likely should have quite much of an iron stomach. But he doesn't. So he goes to puke. Then he might be drowned to his puke, but that doesn't happen as it isn't professional. But he does get knocked out. And dragged to the laundry basket, which tend to be quite common, and he then gives his quite fancy looking suit to Agent 47. Now, getting to the ICA facility itself demands some skulking about.
That's Imogen Royce. Quite the bitch.
Following her around like a shark.
Nothing wrong with her look. Oh?
And then lobbing a brick to her head. And throwing her off to the cooling pole.
Good.
And that
Override this, and I'm in. You can get out now and I can take care of the data remotely. Unless you want to handle it yourself. Good. You're alone. I'm sealing the room and dimming the windows, 47.
Now Agent 47 does not use gravity to get or handle the supercomputer. And that makes ICA itself go down with gravity. So once again gravity did its job.
Operatives.
And here he is, in very mild, almost warm climate of Argentina, and Agent 47 has of course dressed himself to occasion with a thick winter coat. And of course he's gonna steal the invite because, well, there's some things up which should be falling down from very high locations, and there's two of them, and third one of them as well, called Diana Bonewood, but Agent 47 has no interest to have a chat with her. So it is time to just start infiltrating the party and see what's going on in there, and also get closer to actual targets to make them fall down to unpleasant locations. Now, there's a little bit of a way to make a little trickery about, well...
Senora Yates, I found this. Patrolling. It's about your husband. You might want to take a look.
Thank you.
Well, I think Mr. Yates should now be very, very, very in big panic because his wife just got a big personal file about his personal involvement on ruining her career, and she has a very fiery Latina personality, so now it's just a matter of waiting for the fallout to land. Or I don't think was that or well, waiting for the detonator to burn in the end, and I do really like this fabric 3D effect.
No, it can't be. He didn't. He couldn't have. I bastard!
Well, yep, now her fiery Latina personality is firing up, so now it's just waiting more.
Valentina? What's wrong? You look
Now,
upset.
let's just look what happens.
Tell me you didn't.
Do what? I don't understand.
Semaphore. The data leak. It was you. It was you all along. So stupid! Why didn't I see it before? You leaked the document so you could win your stupid case. You didn't care that my career would be destroyed. My reputation dragged through the mud. You're Don Cojones Yates, and Don Yates never loses a case, no matter the cost.
My love, it was... I didn't mean for you to...
What did you just call me? Are you insane, Don? How can you claim to love somebody and then destroy their world with the flick of a pen?
It was just business. You know the game, Valentina. You know how it's played.
There's a limit. There is always a limit.
No, the old Valentina. She would have understood. But you've been down here for too long, my love. You've grown soft.
Bastard. How's this for soft?
No!
Get up. Get back up here. We're not done.
Well, she isn't particularly upset about him breaking his back. And that was Gravity doing the job with Age of 47 just needing to tell appropriate person an appropriate thing. But there's more Gravity stuff to do. Now, it just takes a little bit of a cunning distractions to get Diana Burnwood and the bodyguard separate, and then just Tamaha Vidal gets wrapped unconscious and suffered a fatal fall over the stairs. And that's not the only way to make a quite unpleasant accident happen.
I dare say congratulations are in order.
47?
It's done. Now what?
Now, we strike at the heart.
Edwards. You know how to find him, don't you?
Why, Edwards finds you, 47. He is untraceable, and he never lets you forget it. He is cocky, and that will be his downfall.
What's the plan?
Too many eyes. Meet me at the Olive Grove at sunset. One last tango, 47.
That would be the way to final stage. Well, there are these big wine containers which ferment stuff, so I wonder what happens if it gets some extra taste from Argentinian corrupt politician. Most likely unpleasant extra taste.
Have you had any workplace accidents?
What? Fall into the vat and get crushed to a pulp? You'd have to be a bona fide idiot. Waste of space, if you ask me.
Yes, well, fortunately, we have had none of that. So if there's no further questions?
Well, there's a little bit of a accident about to happen again. That was messy. But it was quite nice landing. And that would be 3 different falling deaths to Tamaha Vidal. And here it is, final stage of World of Assassination, aka just a little room to walk through. Knock out all the, well, practically anybody else that you want to, dumping their remains and just stealing their clothes and their key cards and opening doors. Yeah, it's a train. He can, Agent 47 can disguise himself.
We need to find a catchy name.
Then he just knocks a couple of crooks out. There's a year number. Very prominent hint. And open, get some, steal the items around here. And it's just a opening up the access to a very dramatic train going through a snowstorm which is nasty enough to freeze off Santa Claus himself. So there would be nothing really interesting in this mission because it's a train, walk through a train, nothing special about it. So Agent 47 just steals another security guard outfit and ditches him out from there. Just him out from the door because that would be appropriate to leave a trail of bodies from the following this train track, and that would be more. So it's a boring stage. Just get through the stage, and nothing more. So there will be only Arthur Edwards to be seen yet. And now after train, time to say hello. He understands gravity of the situation.
There's any point calling for help?
No.
Seems I brought this on myself. Well played, Miss Burnwood. Do you really think she'll be able to resist all that power? This is not how people work.
She rejects the power, not the responsibility.
A noble idea. But please join me in the real world. I trust you already know what this is. Why not simply take it? Embrace who you were always meant to be.
No, never again.
Well, I had to try. Go on then. Do your thing. At least I die knowing who I am.
Oh, he's gonna die. That's true. Being hit over the head with a hammer first. And then being dragged to the edge of the train, and there could be a lot of ways to actually make him die. But it's time to make a little bit of a, you could say, a special fall to him. Because he is the very much the guy guilty of Agent 47 being a weird thing it is, and instead of just dropping off to the rails, which would be quite unceremonious even for Agent 47, who is quite adept at making unceremonious deaths. Well, let's just lob a grenade on there and he flies off the off the distance, which means there was also liftoff and gravity, and that, well, Arthur Edwards' corpse litters the countryside, and this stage it has nice visual storytelling, but it isn't that interesting. As a little bonus, very boring but powerful man Arthur Edwards gets just thrown out from the window. Sudden deceleration, maybe followed by freezing to death in very cold weather. That solves also the matter. And still one more extra stage left. And here he is again for the final stage of Hitman 3, which is not the final stage in chronological order. And of course, Agent 47 is wearing completely appropriate outfit for the tropical climate of Andaman Sea, meaning he's wearing a completely heavy set of winter clothing and carries a piece of fish. But that would be all irrelevant because there will be two people falling from high locations. Oh. One oldie but goldie method of making gravity do some unpleasantness is to just lurk into Akka's office knock her out, and throw her out from the window.
Good work.
That solves the
That's one of the key cards for the satellite
control thing.
We'll need to find the second if we want to fully lock them out.
Now, a potential method of getting another target to fall, or we'll say arrange someone else to go into a little gravity-related situation, is
Oh, that's exactly what I was hoping to hear.
to poison the food and wait for the fallout. Well, poisoning the food with puke poison has predictable results, so kick to the shallow sea and that's it.
Taken care of. Now you just have to deal with the satellite control.
Strangely enough, ability to swim is very much uncommon in Hitman 3 or in any other Hitman games. Oh, because I don't think this water is particularly deep. And while I'm at it,
I bet Gary lost it.
let's put his bodyguard as well. Well, let's just steal the bodyguard's clothes and make him follow a suit as well. And he just disappeared. And well, that would be that. Every target of Hitman 3 thrown into the water, getting something dropped on them, or falling from some other locations, even though at least in this case it would have been quite silly. I don't think the sea could have been much deeper than, well, meter. Well, maybe more, but still not particularly deep sea. And it's not freezing cold either, so they would not be cold shock either. But any case, Hitman 3 also all targets dropped to some unpleasant location, or dropped by something unpleasant. Maybe next time something else.